Hi, you guys. I wanted to explain a little bit about how I think this works. I don't get it. It's not something I understand really from here at all. But um, I think it's maybe important. Like I will go off on raps about when I was little, blah blah blah, and or I'll start the thing off with an anecdote about whatever, and I think it's just that may be Spirit's way, because I have my own vocabulary to work with, my own experiences, um, and that's not to say I don't tap into or try to tap into the archetypal thing, but I have to use the language of my life and my experiences to try to get something across. And I wasn't really doing it consciously. I was just blah 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 about my family. But I think that's sometimes in whatever story it is I'm telling or whatever topic it is I'm taking off on, that has some relevance to your life, but maybe with roles flopped around, or it may be something from way back, or but I think that it's sort of on you to try to decode it a little bit as I try to decode what's coming into me. And as I need to trust my intuition best I can, so do you. So if something doesn't resonate and it pisses you off, because you keep saying, no, that's not mine, it's not yours. This isn't a personal reading. This is a reading for the collective. So it's going to come through, it's going to resonate for some of you, not for all of you, and not in the details necessarily that I'm presenting it. So they're like, I'm translating the messages from there. You're kind of translating the messages from, it's like telephone, that game when you repeat it, you repeat a phrase around the circle, and it starts out as rhinoceros, and it ends up as like, you're a mess, or something like that. In the translation, it gets not corrupted, but given a different twist. So, it's up to you to see how it twists, to see how you, a different perspective. But the other thing was this, it was, I believe, a podcast or an interview by somebody else of this woman, Esther Perel. And I found it fascinating because she is a relationship therapist, couples therapist, and has done a huge amount of research in that field of couples, trying to extrapolate from this wealth of data, what's going on, what's common through these couples. And one of the things I found fascinating was her understanding of how two people relate to each other is almost in the same language that tarot uses, even that twin flame uses. And I think these are just somehow concepts or realities that are transpersonal and across disciplines, that look at things of the psyche, of the mind, of how we interpret experience, psychology, tarot. They're not that far apart. Literature, anything that deals with archetypes. In terms of psychology, Carl Jung, one of the biggies after Freud, paid attention to what we call archetypes, things that were common across cultures, religions, these stories that kept appearing. And that's, tarot is kind of that language, and how to relate the archetypal story to your own personal life, because it's a great teacher there. So that's that. And Esther Perel was talking about active engagement with the unknown. And I had written down something, ritual, somebody else defined as communing with that which is unknown. So that unknown aspect is really big in this. And one thing Esther Perel said is that in couples, and she does a lot of same-sex couples, so gender is stripped away. It's all about role. And role is dynamic over time. You could be presenting as the masculine in one situation that you feel confident in, you're taking action on. The other person could be in the feminine principle of receptivity, not of non-action, but of, so there's that. And what else was it? Oh, she said in relationships, active engagement with the unknown, and that's usually one person comfortable with that and the other person who doesn't want that, who doesn't want more, who doesn't want to go into the realm of what's not here yet or what's below the surface. They're dealing with above ground issues. And it's not static, but it is recognizable that couples will, bottom of the deck, moon. Sorry, I've got a hair here. I just got out of the tub. To me, this is, moon can mean a lot of things, but this is both entities, both parts in this couple. One is domesticated dog, the other is wild wolf. They're both howling at the moon. It's something about both couples. The moon is the mystery of the unconscious and what comes out from the unconscious. What feelings come up. And they're both responding and also communicating to each other somehow, trying to find a common language about feelings. Card of Cancer, Pisces, some people say. So tell us about this mystery, that one person is more comfortable with than the other. Oh my God. I make this mistake often. I'll shuffle it back into the deck, and when I throw the card down, it's the same card. I think what that means is it's really a dynamic about both of you and how you face the mystery together, even though you're not identical. One is domesticated dog, the other is wild wolf. The difference between them is a couple of chromosomes or something. It's very little. They're like 80% the same species. Male, female? I don't know. Male, female roles? Six of Pentacles. Well, I think this is the two business. Like these two people are receiving help or balance or groundedness from an unexpected source. It's this sort of rich guy doling out pentacles. I never liked this card very much. The image is the traditional, this isn't a Rider-Waite deck, but that image. But I think this is something like making up for lost time, making up for what wasn't given before, what wasn't equal and fair. Because this isn't a card, sixes speak to equality and equal exchange. But does that really look like equality to you? A fat cat and two beggars? I don't know. Puzzles me. Tell us about Six of Pentacles more. Eight of Cups. Walking away from something or walking towards something, but it has to do with water energy. This moon card, which is a card of divine feminine energy. And I think divine feminine who was in a receptive position, in 3D, something was happening that maybe wasn't fair. It was an attempt to make things right, but it didn't. Something like that. And I think divine feminine, represented here by the moon card of Cancer, is leaving a situation to go toward higher love. You know, and it entails walking a moon path. And it may be that something is calling to her. Some mate, they're not identical, but they're calling to each other and they're somehow matched. Matched. Okay. Tell us more about the mystery, the moon card, which appeared managed to find its way back out. Okay. Okay, hang on. Okay. Oh God, this happens. Sometimes, and my hair is caught in these. All right, I got to take it all, and get so many cards, it kind of makes me have a shiver. On moon, we have, it's not justice, it's the other one, judgment. This can mean a big decision. You know, are we going to accept this new life? Are we going to hear the call? Hear the angels sing? Accept what our intuition is telling us over this practical advice or exchange, or, well, clarifying is 10 of Cups. I'm sorry, 10 of Pentacles. In that earth energy of what's real and tangible. This can be a card of family. And sometimes this can be like a card of a legacy or inheritance. There may be a divvying up of an inheritance. And it doesn't need to mean money. I was thinking this morning in the tub where a lot of things come to me. You're in the water, you're in the watery energy, reading the mystery. Something came up about inheritance, family, and now it's slipped away. Under 8 of Cups, Sun card of Leo, card of divine masculine, Sun, Moon. The active principle of the sun. I shine, I do this, I put it out there. Moon energy, I receive it. I'm good in the realm of feelings, not necessarily doing. And remember, that lady, whatever her name was, Perel, was talking about in the relationship, often there's one person who's more comfortable with the unknown. Boom. Because the moon is, to a large part, unconscious feelings or people who are comfortable in the dreamscape, comfortable receiving messages that way, as these two receive messages from each other in the dreamscape. And I think right now they're getting loud. At least the one who's sort of in charge of information in the angelic host is trying to get somebody's attention in a big way. There's a decision to be made. And, divine feminine may have walked away from the divine masculine. because she's more interested, or she's more adept at moon energy, at her feelings. And this can be a card of ego, not in a negative way, but in the way of what I do in the world, how I'm seen in the world, my revealed role. And there may have been frustration on the part of the divine feminine, like, can't you see it? Could be divine masculine turning his back on water energy, on feelings, on moon energy, on the mystery. I'm not sure. Tell us more about this. 8 of Cups, please. A major arcana card of leaving one place, going through the portal into something different. And once you pass through whatever this, once you pass through this entry point, this aperture, there's no going back. There's no way to unlearn the lessons you've learned that allowed you through. It's sort of like you've paid your dues. And it's on a card of either leaving or returning. And I just said there's no going back. Okay. On Moon Judgment, we have Ace of Cups in the water energy of Moon. The opportunity for love. And, you may be at a crossroads about that. I've got an intuition that this is a full cup situation. And the guides, what I'm hearing is, this is your second chance. Do you accept this new life? Do you accept this new life? We're getting another on that one. 9 of Cups. Boy, listen. Divine feminine side is really cooking. This is personal pleasure. A 9 of Pentacles. 9 speaks to the personal. What makes you happy, what satisfies you. But when you add this to it, this Ace of Cups, this new opportunity, it bumps it to 10 of Cups. To fulfillment, for pretty much both of you, for everybody, for all involved. So I think what makes you happy, what you feel in your deepest inner self that's satisfying to you, you're getting a message about that. And it's pretty much, if it makes you happy, well, this is also a card of the self. So that's really important as the jumping off place. But I think that 10 of Cups is lingering around this reading. 10s mark the end of a cycle, as this does. This is the beginning of the cycle. Okay. Clarifying world, or that Sun, 8 of Cups, world trifecta, King of Pentacles. In that Pentacles energy of 6 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. I think something, that's what it was. All right, let me just say it because I just remembered it. In the tub, I was thinking about family stories and how they get passed down, and sometimes, like telephone, don't come out the same way. The first word is rhinoceros, and the second word is, as it goes around the circle, everybody's repeating it into the next guy's ear. It comes out as rough us up, or, something completely different. Similarly, in families, you can be passed down, things can be distributed to you from kind of a patriarch or somebody who held all the cards. That, what I was thinking in the tub, there's generational trauma. I mean, they're all the good genes we inherit, everything positive, a card of the ancestors, being there all around you. But there was a sense of inherited trauma, which is the thing that they've discovered. There's epigenetics, what genes are turned on by circumstance. So sometimes what your grandparents went through, or even earlier, can play out in your life. You'll be dealing with a trauma that really isn't entirely yours. And it may be something that was passed down in a concrete way in your family, in Pentacles energy, how it really showed up. But I was getting, it also can be passed down, where you can't see it. You don't know where it comes from. That's clarifying world. I mean, this could be you, as somebody who is supremely stable and well-versed in real life stuff. And I'd suggest, since that's on divine masculine side, that, that's his practical side versus the other partner's feminine side, as a mystic, as somebody receptive to the messages. But I think divine masculine is going through this portal. I think divine masculine has moved on to some higher love. And that's the 8 to the 9. 8 on masculine side, I will actively go in search of this higher love. And 9 is a card of wish fulfillment. Ace of Cups, a card of opportunity for love. Now, I think somebody's coming in. I mean, I do. On 10 of Pentacles, 4 of Swords, I think that speaks to if there was a trauma passed down. Inevitably there is. I mean, are you kidding? Like, between the two people who come together, it can be... a lot of things went down that you're having to heal, even if they aren't properly yours. Might be something to do with family. It might be something to do with legacy. It might be something to do with division of an inheritance. Like, some of you got the trauma, some of you didn't. If you've got siblings. 9 of Pentacles. So you have 9 of Cups on divine feminine side, 9 of Pentacles on King of Pentacles side. This is a card of self-sufficiency, of kind of having it all. Not in the sense necessarily of money, but it's somebody who can sustain their own scene. That might be a business person. This might be somebody's business, or I'm getting like a side hustle that's really going to grow and instability over time. Pentacles energy. And it can be that divine masculine, who was very focused on work before, their literal job. I don't know what Rue is doing, but is now focusing increasingly on the work of the self. What really matters to me, what sustains me. Rue, I'm sorry, she's just distracting me. So we have the card of holding back in Pentacles energy. On 9 I'm sorry, on Eight of Cups. So, Divine Masculine, who's ever playing that role, left somewhere, and I think it was a literal leaving of some place, because it's also clarified by this portal to a new life, to a new life. I think Divine Masculine has also heard the call and is like being drawn by their intuitive feminine sense toward a higher love, and maybe had been blocked before, maybe had been holding back before. It's Four of Pentacles, and it comes in the same line with Four of Swords. I think there's something to do with inherited, both the good and the bad, that in this lifetime somebody's healing. You know, it's not theirs. It's I think it's to do with like separating from, because this is a card of separation in a way, of going into the quiet place to understand something, sword energy, in a new way. And this is a card of you know, of vying for attention. A kerfuffle. Something that had to happen, but it was an unproductive, you know, nobody here is getting what they want. Nobody is getting what they're aiming at in Wands energy. It was competition. That a little bit goes with the idea of the splitting the inheritance and somebody thinking it's not fair. Somebody has a problem with that. Okay, we're going to get a few more because we have them here, and boy, this is long, and I apologize, but okay. Two of Cups. Card of equal exchange of Cups energy of feelings. It's like sharing your feelings with somebody, you know, clinking your cups together. It's like celebratory. I'm getting a feeling of thank God we finally recognize each other. Another two of Wands. Like, what are we going to do about it? Wands energy, do about it. Seven of Wands. Well, I don't know. The doing may involve fending off people who have other intentions or ideas or a sense of how things should go. It may involve standing up for yourself and deciding where are we going to take it. The two of us, the two card, the two of us will decide. And again, that portal image, you know, the two wands being a kind of portal that you can step through. A portal that you can step through, that portal card, wherever it was. A card of, I'm getting off this and I don't often, but karmic destiny. It's not depleting. Whoever was blocked or was being blocked by some kind of family fear, or the family saying, hold on to everything you've got, don't walk away, don't trade in, like they don't believe in the mystery. And they may even think this person has lost it a little bit, because they do. They're leaving some situation behind to go forward. And there may be advice from the family or from a friend group or something saying, hold up, hang on, don't do that, don't go there. And they're actually maybe actively, Wands energy of action, throwing up blocks. And I am getting that kind of, I don't know what the martial art is, but there's one that you take your stick and you block. Card of the Soulmates. It's up to you guys to decide when and if you're going to bring this relationship forward. What you're going to do with this love and this connection that has been, in the air forever. I mean, it may speak to a past life dynamic, that whole business of the epigenetics of inherited trauma or even inherited bonding. There may be something about the two of you, like correcting, healing something that went down, perhaps not even in your history, but in your family's history, where some kind of bond may have been broken, and you're somehow resolving it, not only for yourself in your daily life, but it has this echo back into the past. This echo back into the past. And it's sort of like the echo of the angelic call. In this lifetime. And I think what's happening is you may have been the keeper of the flame in terms of the mystery, the unknown. You may have been more comfortable in pursuing this relationship or any relationship without knowing where it's going, but operating on your intuition. I hear, like these wolves do, I hear the call through the dreamscape. It's like reverberating through the water. And I'm getting now a sense of amniotic fluid. The baby in the womb can hear through the water of the womb. And if you really want to talk to your kid, you can get in the tub as a as a gender feminine, and put your head underwater, your mouth underwater, and sing to your baby. And there's something about that that's trans gender and transgenerational. Transgenerational. This is a deep one. Let me know in the comments how it resonates. There's a thing I think that will appear on my homepage that says membership. There's also a button that says join, and that just enables you to join the channel as a member, as a card-carrying member of, and if it consistently resonates with you and you want to kind of do this, an energetic exchange, that's most welcome. No pressure. Seriously, I mean, there can't be pressure, and it doesn't work that way. Yeah, I think that's it. I love you guys. So yeah, whether or not you membership, please do this. That's free. And subscribe, that's free. It really grows the channel. And let me tell you, a lot of new subscribers. Suddenly there was this uptick. I don't know how that works, but it's lovely that we're growing the channel. Because as we do that, we're all tapping in. We're all plugging into this somehow, and it gets stronger and stronger. We're stronger together. Okay. Talk to you soon.